my deployments, maintainers always came to my squadron to verify that I ordered the correct quantity of these multi-million-dollar aircraft items. What you see before you is a properly displayed end-of-bed display. This display sets a standard for performance. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and look at the laundry bag placement. Now go ahead and look at the towel. Finally, look at the backpack. Eyes on me. The purpose of the end-of-bed display is to promote uniformity throughout the dormitory. Training Figueroa, why do you think that's important?
Ma'am, training Figueroa, forces order, uniformity is important because it makes us work all together towards a common goal.
Absolutely. Training Figueroa said that uniformity throughout the dormitory is important because it makes them work towards a common goal. At this time, go ahead and look at your BMTDG on page 23 on the general instructions. Eyes on me. Just like I had to order these million-dollar aircraft items, I had to make sure that I followed general instructions. Your general instructions will be to make sure all items on your end-of-bed display must be clean, dry, serviceable, marked, folded, and displayed correctly. There are a few exceptions that will be explained later. When I say the word serviceable, I simply mean that that item meets its manufacturer's intent. Also, throughout this lesson, I'm going to be introducing demerits. These demerits are going to record your progression here in basic military training, but we'll talk about that later in the lesson. If for any reason your item becomes improperly displayed, you would then receive an I demerit. If an item becomes unserviceable, bring it to your military training instructor, and they will determine whether or not the item needs to be replaced. When I say unserviceable, what I want you to imagine is that there is a giant rip down the middle of your towel. That towel has now become unserviceable. Now I can't expect you to place these items exactly where they need to be until I label the container. At this time, what I want you to imagine is that this side is going to be your wall locker side. And the opposite end is going to be the center aisle. This is going to be your right bedpost. The opposite end is going to be your left bedpost. This is the top horizontal bar, followed by the middle horizontal bar, and finally the bottom horizontal bar. We also have the inspection side and the non-inspection side. Training tile. From previous lessons, what is the difference between the non-inspection side and the inspection side?
Ma'am, training tile reports order. The difference between the inspection side and the non-inspection side is the side with the numbers on the.
Absolutely. Training tile said that the difference between the inspection side and the non-inspection side is that the inspection side has a number on it. Great job. While I was in Afghanistan, I rode with 9 other women. That meant a lot of laundry had to be done. I had to make sure that I placed my laundry bag right near my bed so they wouldn't accidentally take my laundry and wash it. You are going to have the bag right side out and the zipper zipped if applicable. Close the top of the bag in the following manner. Grasp one cord in the right hand and the other in the left hand. Pull the cords in the opposite direction to completely close the top of the bag. Display the bag approximately 3 inches from the right bedpost. Bring the neck of the bag up between the mattress and the top horizontal bar. Pull the bag over the top horizontal bar and towards you until the bag clears the floor but is no higher than the bottom horizontal bar. Tie the bag twice above the open end by grabbing one cord in each hand. Take the cords behind the bag and cross both cords. Pull tightly and wrap the cords around the opening of the bag again. Tie the cords in a half knot and let the excess hang straight down. As I said, in order to close the top of the laundry bag, you're going to take one cord in each hand and you're going to pull in the opposite direction. Then you are going to make sure that the bottom of the laundry bag is closed. You're going to zip it up. When I talk about right side out, I simply mean that I don't want to see the seams showing on the inside of the laundry bag. Trainee Figueroa, out of the laundry bag placement instructions, what do you think is going to be the most challenging?
Ma'am, Trainee Figueroa, course order. I believe the most challenging portion of the laundry bag is going to be tying it by myself and making sure that the bag doesn't sit higher than that bottom horizontal bar.
Awesome. Trainee Figueroa said that the most challenging part of the laundry bag placement is going to be tying it by himself, ensuring that the bottom of the laundry bag is no higher than that bottom horizontal bar. Trainee Figueroa, what core value can you exercise to prevent that?
And Trainee Figueroa, course order. Excellence in all I do is by working with my wingman to make sure we do it right.
Absolutely. Trainee Figueroa said that he's going to exercise excellence in all he does and ensure that he works with the wingman. Something that my previous trainees have told me that helps them is ensuring that they place that laundry bag approximately 3 inches. So a technique I have for you is most of you came here with an ID card. This is approximately 3 inches. Again, this is simply a technique and not a procedure. A technique can help you if you choose to use it, whereas a procedure you must utilize to meet that objective. So what they told me that they did was they simply took their ID card and they placed it right by this bedpost and measured that laundry bag. When I talked about tying the laundry bag in a half knot, I want you to imagine that it's the same type of knot that you use when you tie your shoes right before you make it into a bow. That is that half knot that I'm referring to. Additionally, we understand as instructors, we're going to tell you to move with a sense of urgency. And in doing so, you might knock over your laundry bag and may have your bag crisscross with the strings. It is up to you to utilize that core value of integrity, ensuring that you know that your laundry bag strings need to hang straight down. You take the time to ensure that it is displayed properly. While I was preparing for my deployment, I had to make sure that I had my dog tags, my passport didn't expire, and my checklist was up to date. These were my mandatory and authorized items to set me up for success for my deployment. Your authorized and mandatory laundry bag items will be used to store all dirty clothes and towels inside your laundry bag. Empty all pockets of the items placed in the laundry bag. Remove all Velcro patches, name tapes, and the U.S. Air Force tapes from the uniform. Someone raise their hand and tell me why it's important to ensure that their pockets are empty. Yes, Trainee.
Ma'am, Trainee Figueroa, course order. It's important that our pockets are empty because we don't want to wash anything accidentally.
Absolutely. We want to ensure that we take everything out of our pockets before we wash it. One of my coolest deployments was in Qatar. Now at Qatar, they had a big old swimming pool, and on my days off, I would go ahead and go to the swimming pool, and I would bring my plastic bags to ensure that my wet clothes didn't get on my dry clothes. Place clean or dirty athletic supporters, if applicable, in a plastic bag. Plastic bags are also used to store your wet items, which is an exception to the dry rule. When items normally displayed in mesh bags become wet, display them in a mesh bag before placing it into a plastic bag. Secure each bag individually filled or empty with a string, rubber band, or twist tie. There will be at least 2 plastic bags, but no more than 4 plastic bags in the laundry bag at a given time. If for any reason you do not have at least 2 plastic bags, you would then receive an A demerit. Mesh bags. There will be at least 2 mesh bags in your laundry bag bag at all times. Certain items must be displayed in a mesh bag when in your laundry bag. Females, use one mesh bag for your dirty, dark colored socks, watch cap, and undergarments, and other for dirty white socks and white or light colored undergarments. Males, use one mesh bag for your dirty, dark colored socks and watch cap, and use the other for dirty white socks and marked underwear. This is a string that secures my empty plastic bag. This is a twist tie that I was referring to. And finally, this is a rubber band. I'm not going to undo my laundry bag when I put these items in my laundry bag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place them at the bottom of the laundry bag, unzipping it. While I was employed, I would always have these short-term goals and long-term goals. One of my goals was to get back into fitness. So every day after work, I would go to the gym and I would bring my own towel because I didn't want to use the gym's towel, but I would place my towel on any machine that I was about to use to let everyone know that that machine is going to be occupied. While in basic military training, a white or brown towel must be displayed on the end of your bed at all times. The towel color must be uniform throughout the dormitory. Trainee Figueroa already told us why it's important to have that uniformity throughout the dormitory. Your towel must show signs of use and may be damp, which is an exception to the clean and dry rule. However, it cannot be heavily stained, soiled, or soaking wet. If for any reason it is soaking wet, you would then receive a W demerit. You will fold the towel in half lengthwise. Drape the towel evenly over the top horizontal bar of the bed so the laundry mark faces the wall locker and the single fold is grounded to the left bedpost. Grounded simply means touching. If for any reason your towel is not grounded to that left bedpost, you would then receive a G demerit. Ensure the edges of the towel are even. Again, I'm going to be folding the towel in half lengthwise. Here in basic military training, we always talk to you about the wingman concept. At this time, somebody raise their hand and come be my wingman. Wonderful, come on up. So wingman, you'll get to the left of me. What my wingman is going to do is he is going to hold the edges of the towel on his side, and I'm going to grab the edges on my side. Now as I pull, he is then going to give me his edges as we drape it off that top horizontal bar. Thank you, Leanne. In basic military training, we always talk about the core values. Training wall, what is the 3rd Air Force core value?
Man, Trainee Figueroa, Core Sword, the 3rd Air Force core value is excellence in all we do.
Absolutely, excellence in all we do. So I'm going to practice my personal excellence. While I practice my personal excellence, what I want you to do is I want you to look over the material covered and formulate any questions that you may have. Eyes on me. Does anyone have any questions? Outstanding. One of the coolest things that I had issued to me was my tactical backpack. This tactical backpack was pretty cool because I got to put all my snacks when I went to work. You are going to display your backpack on the end of your bed without snacks when you are not wearing it. You're going to hang it by the carrying handle at the wall locker end of your bed over the right bedpost with the back of the backpack grounded against the non-inspection side of the bed. All compartments must be closed. Water bottle will be in the bottle pouch and be visible. Your water bottle may have water in it with the cap closed. If the water bottle is empty, it must be displayed with the cap open. Trainee Figueroa, tell me why do you think you need to ensure that your water bottle is closed if you have water in it?
Ma'am, Trainee Figueroa reports stored water bottle cap needs to be open because it could create mold.
If the water bottle cap was closed, why is it important to close the water bottle if there's water in it?
That way the water doesn't spill out and create a tripping hazard.
Absolutely. So it doesn't create a tripping hazard. Again, we have to make sure that all the compartments are zipped and closed on the backpack. Ensure that the back of the buckle is buckled as well. One of the things that trainees have told me that helped them in the past is ensuring that they zipped all their compartments to one side, ensuring that the backpack compartments are closed. Again, if you choose to use this technique, by all means go ahead. Again, you don't have to, you don't need to. My water bottle, I have water in it, so I'm just going to take that extra time to double check that the cap of the water bottle is closed. What you see before you is a properly displayed end-of-bed display. Again, this sets the standard for performance. By a show of hands, does anyone have any questions?